Hey friends, welcome to Sojo Videos. My name is Joan and today I'm going to be painting a Jinx Arcane inspired hoodie. Now I know the hype for Arcane has kind of died, but I rewatched it recently and it's just amazing. If you didn't know, Arcane is a Netflix TV show inspired by the game League of Legends, but I just recommend it to anyone, even if you don't know anything about the game. It is such a good show. Now to honor this show, I kind of wanted to paint a hoodie inspired by one of my favorite characters, Jinx. Feel free to try making your own or just watch this one for inspiration. Let's just get into it, shall we? Before we start painting, I downloaded a hoodie template, opened it up in a drawing program, and kind of drafted out how I wanted to paint the hoodie. I also noted down the color palette so I know which paint I was going to use, and everything was inspired directly from the show. Now with my hoodie, I'm going to take a piece of cardboard and put it underneath where I'm going to paint just to make sure it doesn't bleed through. Now obviously you're going to need paint for the hoodie. I'd say probably use fabric paint, but I used acrylic. Now to start, I'm going to be painting the iconic monkey symbol. I feel like that's very prominent in the show, and I'm just going to be putting that straight onto the front part of my hoodie. Instead of worrying about making sure my lines were filled in, I just kind of wanted to draft out the shape and size of the symbol first, and then later go over the lines. I kind of tried to keep it more of a washed out kind of rugged look just because I feel like that's the aesthetic that Jinx has. With that in mind, I felt like it was okay to make like small mistakes in the paint because it would just fit the aesthetic as a whole. So no need to worry about keeping your lines neat. I also wanted to add some words into the hoodie, so that is exactly what I did. I feel like a lot of Jinx's graffiti aesthetics have a lot of very basic symbols and swirls, again very messy, kind of childlike. So I don't know, just if you're looking for inspiration, just imagine what a child would put on a hoodie. I also decided to add some accents on the hoodie pocket, and I also tried my best to alternate between the colors being used, making sure that I used each color at least once and a few more times just so it didn't look too disorganized. I also added what looked like paint drip accents to make it seem more graffiti-like. Once you're done with the front and it's fully dry, you can now move on to the back of the hoodie. Don't forget to put in the piece of cardboard so your paint doesn't bleed through. And for the back of the hoodie, I again just went with phrases, words, and symbols, again from the show, and made sure to stick with the same color palette. Now once I was done with the back of the hoodie, I worked on the hoodie's right sleeve with a specific design in mind. Now if you notice, Jinx's character actually has tattoos along her right arm, which are all made up of clouds. Drawing inspiration from that, I decided to make the right sleeve of the hoodie the same as her tattoos. So first, I did the dark blue outlines of the clouds and just did it across the whole sleeve. Once again, I first focused on making the general shape of the cloud and then later on went back in to clean up the strokes.
Oh, hello, Papa.
Stick around, I can show you some. Where you go, where you come from, baby? Make my words dance look like daisies. We can be some, we can be some. You and me some, you and me some.
After I finished the outlining, I began to fill in the clouds with a lighter blue.
You can take your time with me. Slow down, we ain't in a rush. And girl, you got me feeling brand new. Hope I'm not doing too much. Where you go, where you come from? Stick around, I can show you some. Where you go, where you come from, baby? Make my words dance look like daisies. Where you go, where you come from?
I'd again recommend going in through once with the paint and then going a second time just to paint over the spots that you missed.
I need my rest every day. You gotta do what you say. I know she like me, wanna be wifey. Shorty was all on my page. Catching and making a place. Catching and making a place. Go make 100 a day.